Well, hello farming friends, and welcome back to another edition of Farming Simulator 2015 with me, your old buddy, Mr. Moose. Hey, we're back on Manchester for Monday and ready to get at it. If you guys watched our last live stream on Wednesday, you'll know that we finished up collecting grass, did a few things, we did our spray, and we fast-tracked into the next day. So we are sitting on day number 4 for our first planting, day number 2 for our second planting, which is field 1. And that means we need to hit field 1 with some weed preventative, which means another video of spraying. Go figure. Welcome to the world of the soul mod. Moose, every time I turn on, you're spraying in a field. Don't you do anything other than spray? I actually got somebody who asked me that one day. I'm like, I'm playing the soul mod. Kind of comes with the territory. Yeah, God. How come you never do any videos when you harvest your fields? How come you always skip that? I think you're not watching the same channel I'm watching. Because I pretty much do videos on everything. Cracks me up. It really does. All right. We'll head over. Oh, I said weed preventative, didn't I? And yet I drove off without changing over to the weed preventative. That's what happens when I try to watch the news and play the video game at the same time. Yeah. I saw something that was absolutely absurd on the news, and sorry, it took my attention away from the game. Admittedly, I shouldn't watch the news and try to game at the same time, and I definitely shouldn't watch absurd people on the news. All right, so we will head over to field number 1 and get our spraying started. And I'm not really sure how this is going to go. Because we are going to have a whole lot of spraying to do on this field. I mean, it's pretty darn massive. Imagine we're probably going to have to refill several times. And I'm not really sure what the best situation for that's going to be. I'm also really not sure what the best way to spray this field is, given that there probably will be quite a bit of spraying to do. I'm not so sure if it's best to go east, west, or north and south. I mean, traditional wisdom would say go north and south. Man, that's a long run. How much fertilizer is that going to take? We're going to find out today. This could be a episode of fail, but be entertaining as well. Oh, not quite as deep in here as I needed to be. Turned on out. That's not too bad. Let's turn on our GPS and auto, new course. Adjust that course over a little bit. That's good. Save said course. And we'll make this field 1. Alright. Good to go. Back up a little bit so we can actually hit the course. And we'll get our spraying going. Alright, weed preventative. And as always, the reason I'm using A is I am doing soybean. Soybean does require either A or B. C will kill it. And yeah. So if we look at our numbers for this field, we're in quite a predicament here. Our pH is good. We're going to lose 2 points with spraying. But our soil moisture is 14%. Our nutrient for nitrogen is at 13x. And our pK is at 2. So our pK numbers need to come up. But really the bad thing is our nitrogen levels through the roof. I read the little soil mod cheat sheet that I have. Said 3x on slurry. One of them I thought said 6. Somehow I ended up with 14. I gotta go back and look at what my original numbers were when I put it in. Boy, I really miscalculated on this. I've got that way too high, which means we're gonna burn these beans up, and yeah, they're gonna get bright and green real quick. Then they're going to turn yellow, and we aren't going to do real good. We're only going to get like 75% yield on it. But it's a learning experience. First time doing slurry, so really wasn't sure what I'm getting into it. Holy cow, look at how much weed preventative we're using. We're already down to 65%. And we're not even half, a little over halfway of this one pass. Oh yeah, we're going to have to refuel several times. I'm thinking we are going to need some sort of fertilizer trailer. So yeah, I either need a service truck or a fertilizer trailer. One of the two. Almost gonna need one at each end of the field. Wow. I need a tow behind refill wagon for this thing. Look at that, 40%. Man, that thing drank. Holy cow. Alright, so that took 63% of the tank. Wow. Or 3,200 basically. We're gonna have to refill now. Ooh, well. Alright. And God, look how much more we got to go. We're gonna be refilling so much it's not even funny. Alright, into the store we go, because we're gonna have to do something here. I do not have a refill trailer right offhand. I don't believe that Universal will actually will fill it up. Miscellaneous, I think, is where I've got the Brantner. It's 5,600 bucks. I could get like 2 of those. So the options are the little Brantner trailer. Somewhere I've got a little man trailer. Yeah. Under sprayers, I think I've got the PK trailer. Little Eager Beaver. Excuse me. That's $25,000 for that. That's way too expensive. What else we got? Tippers. Got this little guy for $3,000. And then there's a setting frame for vegetables. I think we'll just go with the little Brantner. Let's grab it. And get that in red. And I guess we'll find the pickup truck. And we'll go grab that. Alright. I almost need one at each end of the field. Otherwise, I'm going to have to be running the pickup truck back and forth. That's going to stink. This is going to take a lot longer than I thought it would. The good thing is this little Brantner does not have to be refilled. So it is just a basically it's a service truck, you know. Where did I get this thing? I don't know. It's probably on the mod sheet somewhere. I've had it for a long time. Well, I know I'm gonna get that question. Where'd you get that trailer? I've had it for a bit. Alright. Yep. So let's pull this right here, and hopefully this guy can fill up off of it. And switch over to there we go. And even with the trailer, you gotta switch back over to NPK to fill up. It's part of the soil mod. All right. And I am going to leave the truck running just because it's easier for me to jump back and forth between the two of them if I do leave the truck running. So and I'm going to have to run the truck down to the south end of the field as soon as this guy finishes a pass, because every time and I'm gonna have to drive the truck over behind the sprayer real quick, because I'm gonna have to change the fluid that is in the back of it real quick. Makes it convenient to have it. Hopefully if I pull up right behind it right here, it will trigger. Yes, it will. Sweet. Alright. Little trailer, you are a godsend. Alright. Let's get going. Spray pass 2. So much work. This field's almost not worth it. I need like one at both ends of the field. Otherwise, I've got to drive all the way to the end, jump in the truck, drive the truck down to that end, spray, come drive in the truck. It can get old real quick. Can get old pretty quick. But it's gonna be the way we do it for right now. I'm definitely gonna go get another one. They're not that expensive, and the time it'll save having one on each end of the field will be worth it. We'll grab a little we'll grab the little fence, go grab another one. We'll keep the fin on one end of the thing and the truck on the other end of the field. I mean, because we're going to go through this every single time, so we might as well. Because we got to spray water, we got to spray weed preventative. You know, we can fertilize in the future. We can fertilize when we spread the seed. But we're going to be in that situation where every time we do something in this field, we're going to have to go through this process. So I might as well go ahead and get it. Put one fertilizer trailer on one end of the field, one on the other end of the field. Oh well, didn't think that one through. This, in the scale of it, would make for a very long, boring day. This is not the job I would want to have on the farm, spraying. Not my idea of fun. So it is Monday. I am knocking out a little Manchester video to post up. As far as live stream goes tonight, not really sure if I'm going to do one or not. I definitely know tomorrow is not going to be a live stream day. I'm just kind of taking a break. I can sort of live stream myself out last week. I did one Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, 2 on Friday. And man, that just that was a lot. That 5-hour live stream with Alex Friday night. That was quite fun, but also it was quite a bit. Alright, so we get that field side container here to avoid. I'd rather not move it because I didn't save the route to where to place it. Though, then again, I can always move it and then re-record everything and set it up proper. I didn't think that one through either. Alright, well that does that. We'll, yeah, let's go get another one. Definitely gonna get another one. So let's get another little Brantner and have that done. And just for saving time, we're gonna have that delivered to the farm. So reset that to the farm. Alright, and we'll jump over to the, I saw that. It clipped. Alright, I'll fix all that. Let's see, there's the John Deere. Yeah, we might as well just use it. Actually, no. No, that's not what I want to use. I want to use this. Even though it's huge. And why do I keep hitting the wrong button? Alrighty. Wish the sound was a little bit better on this thing. It's a cool model, but I wish the sound was a little bit better on it. There we go. Alright. Oops, that's not what I wanted to hit. So I've been playing Construction Sim. You play too many games, you get confused with controls and stuff. In order for me to move my camera in Construction Sim, I use my mouse. And to get it to turn the camera, I have to hold my right mouse button down while I spin the mouse to make the camera turn. So now, in every other game that I'm playing, I keep trying to hold that mouse button down to spin the camera. In every game that I play, another thing I came to realize over the weekend when I got back in playing Euro Truck, in every game except for Euro Truck, I have the turn signals on my floppy paddles, right? And presents an issue when I get into Euro Truck, because in Euro Truck I have the turn signals on my two upper buttons on the D27, and on my floppy paddles I have the retarder. And man, there is just no coast on this tractor at all. It's either gas and go or no go. But I got playing Euro Truck, and I'm so used to using the floppy paddles like in this and Construction Sim and everything else that I found myself every time I got ready to take a right turn, I kept hitting the right turn floppy paddle, and which turned my retarder on, and I kept slowing down. It got old real quick. Alright, I'm going to let that fill. I'm going to jump into this guy. Hit the wrong button again. I don't know why I keep wanting to hit that button. Let's move this guy out of the way real quick. Same thing with the steering, or with the acceleration. I've been playing all those other games that use like combined pedals, and so for those, like to go forward you hit the gas pedal, and to back up you got to hit the brake. And I got so used to doing that, and I jumped back into Farm Sim. Whereas Farm Sim, I use my gear shifter to put me into forward, and then I use it to change into reverse, and that changes everything quite a bit. It makes me realize I need to standardize everything as much as I can, which I usually try to, but you know, sometimes you can't. You can only do so much. But it's like when I set up Construction Sim, you have to configure every vehicle in Construction Sim, right? Individually. Trying to make sure that all my controls in it are, you know, universal all the way around, you know, so I'm not doing it one way on one truck and one way on another truck. I'm just not having a good day today. Too much to think about. Alright, switch that. Double A. Now we can do this. I'll get it. I'll get it eventually. Give me one time to figure everything out, and it'll become second nature. I can't fail any worse in Farm Sim than I did in Euro Truck the other night. That was bad. If you want a good laugh, watch the live stream for Euro Truck from Friday night. It's a definite hoot. It's still fun. Late Saturday night, I got on the multiplayer server, and well, actually, it was more like Sunday morning. I got on the multiplayer server and drove on there. If you've never done that, what a difference that is. It's I'm so used to playing Euro Truck alone and not in multiplayer. So when I get on the multiplayer, I keep thinking things like I should wait for another truck to pull out of the unload zone, you know, and but no one else does, you know. And of course you get the guy who pulls in there to unload his load and then sits and looks at his XP screen for 20 minutes and just sits there. So if you do try to be realistic with it and think like I'm gonna be polite and let this guy do his load, because it's really annoying for me when you try to unload and there's 5 trucks trying to unload at the same time and they're just stacked on top of each other. It's you know, it'd be nice if people were a little bit more courteous about it, and instead of just trying to get their stuff done and go, you know, if there's only a couple of trucks there, wait your turn. But at the same time, if you're going to back in and unload, back in, unload, look at your points, and get out real quick. But they don't necessarily do that. Inevitably, you have that one guy that comes in there, backs his load in, and then he, you know, looks at his XP screen, then goes and looks at the freight map to see where he wants to go next, and, you know, yeah. But still, it's fun to get on there every once in a while and play. But it's also hilarious. I think the next, like I said, I think I even said so in the last video or in the live stream that we'd be going over to the multiplayer for a bit. And it's nice because they got the whole winter thing going on, so it gives you the opportunity to hit that up for a little bit. And so I'll do some multiplayer videos on Euro Truck, and Alex and I may do a multiplayer Euro Truck coming up. It's always interesting when you're going through multiplayer and you're driving down the road and you look up ahead of you and you see a trailer in front of you and you're like, oh well, he's going kind of slow, and then you come to realize, no, he's sitting right in the middle of the interstate, and so you slow up a little bit more so you don't collide into him, only to realize that no, he's not sitting there in the middle of the interstate. Someone has dropped their entire trailer in the middle of the interstate, which, going back to Friday night, I don't feel nearly as bad about leaving my trailer in the middle of a gas station as much as I've never really just dropped my load right in the middle of the road. I mean, Friday night's the first time I ever lost a trailer, but I never actually, I can't imagine how you go about losing it right in the middle of the interstate and leaving it there, so. Different. Alright, so lock in, cruise control, spray. To the other end of the field we go. We're getting this. We're getting it down. I'll have this by the end of the day. Which that might be what I do this afternoon. I might go do that. I do need to do a little Project Cars today. I'd like to get a run on it done. Cord. And I think the time has come for me to sit down and make a schedule out for what game I'm going to play on what days, which I really don't like the idea of, because in all honesty, all I really want to do right now is play Construction Sim. And but I know if I put a Construction Sim video out every day, you guys are probably going to get tired of them. But at the same time, yeah, I put out a Farm Sim video and you guys tolerate that. So I don't know. Loving Construction Sim. That's all I can say. Just I put that game off, put it off because the controls weren't right. But the way they are now, man, it's fun. And I hammered it late Saturday night. As you guys know, I didn't do a stream Saturday night. I had some things come up where I didn't get home until after stream time. And I thought I might do a late night stream, but I just ended up playing a little bit, relaxing. Never got in the mood to do a stream. So, but I certainly made up for it. I got my hours in last week. I mean, what, there's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Probably did 15 hours of streaming last week. Yeah. Now weigh that against the requirements of YouTube Gaming to be a quote-unquote featured streamer. You only have to do like 20 hours a month. And I did 15 in a week. Okay. So, speaking of YouTube Gaming and YouTubes and streams and all that other stuff. So I've come to understand that the subscriptions on YouTube and the subscriptions on YouTube Gaming are a little bit different. As far as how you're placed and ranked and things like that, I guess, or your level of importance on, YouTube. So while I've got a great following on YouTube, I probably don't have nearly as many subscribers on YouTube Gaming. So if you get a chance and you like following the channel, and maybe this will help you get notifications. I'm not going to swear it does, but maybe it will. Go over to my page on gaming.youtube.com and make sure you subscribe over there as well as to just the YouTube page. Because I do believe, after talking to some people, that subscriptions, while you are subscribed to me on YouTube and you will get information on YouTube when I'm streaming and such, it's a completely different beast on the gaming side as it is on your YouTube side. That's my understanding anyways. So if you have a chance, if you want to go over there and subscribe on that channel, I would appreciate it. It will certainly help me out. I would like to make a presence over there. If I am going to stream that many hours a day, or that many hours in a week, I would definitely like to get noticed for it, and hopefully generate some interest in the channel on there. I believe the more subscriptions you have on the gaming side of it helps you with your positioning in like featured content. So when you are streaming, it just gives you a better chance to be on the front page when people are looking for content, or position you higher in the content list or whatever. So that's the only reason I really want to do that, is so that when we are streaming, I'm just a bit more visible. like I said before, I do this for fun, but I'm also highly I'm one of those people that's highly driven to succeed in anything. So if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it 100%. I'm not going to do it halfway. And that's sort of what happened with this channel. Was I did it and it's always been about having fun and just, you know, it hasn't been really about anything more than that. But it gets to the point where, like anything in my life, I go, well, if I'm going to do it, I might as well do it. You know, some people have that attitude. Some people have the attitude of, I'll just do whatever it takes to get by, you know. But I'm more of the guy who, when I start doing something, it's like, well, if I'm going to do it, I'm either going to do it or I'm just not going to do it at all, you know. So if I'm going to make the videos, I might as well have an objective behind it, you know. So let's see how many subscribers I can get, you know. I want to see how big I can grow this thing. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I appreciate the subscribers, but at the same time, I've told you I won't put up with a bunch of crap. But at the same time, I want to see how big I can make this thing. It's the nature of me. Look at the contour on this field. I never realized, like, we're way down in a valley right here. So yeah, if you get a chance, jump over there. And I'll probably mention it in all of my live streams and some of the videos from here on. Just to promote it a little bit. Reminds me, I need to work on some of that stuff today. Some of my graphics and things like that. But anyways, I hope you guys are enjoying the live streams and get a kick out of them. And as far as schedules go, I don't know. Part of me wants to make up a schedule that says, hey, I'm doing this on this day, this on this day, this on that day, so I can keep myself, recording content on a regular basis and have like Mondays or this day. Maybe Mondays are Project Cars and Farm Sim. Tuesdays are Construction Sim and Farm Sim. Wednesdays are Euro Truck and Farm Sim. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't like pigeonholing myself into, well, I need to play this game on this day. Because that might not be what I'm in the mood to play that day. So I don't know. I got to figure it all out. Maybe I just give myself a little chart that has all the games listed on there, and each week I got to X off a game and make sure that I make a video on each game each week. I got to do something because I know there's like you guys that want to see some Hunter video. At the same time, there's people that want to see Euro Truck. There's some people that want to see Fallout. There's people that want to see different games, and I'm trying to figure out how I get that balance in there of what do I want to play at the same time make content for the channel. So, and I don't want to be that guy that makes 2 videos on something, gets you interested in it, and then never goes back to it, so I want to be careful about that. Which I'm sure there's a lot of you guys that are wondering why, I know there's a lot of people that want me to do Fishing Planet all the time. And I'm like a lot of people. I've lost interest in Fishing Planet. And there's a lot of people who have, because it's just not what I was led to believe it was going to be. And it has amazing game and it has amazing amount of potential, but it's not competitive. And just sitting there fishing every day is not my cup of tea. I need the competitive aspect of the game. So, yeah. I spoke to some people last night. They haven't played since Halloween. They've lost interest. They put some new fish in, they played them, and now they're done. And so I'm not alone in it. And then there's the LSPDFR thing. I know a lot of y'all want me to go back and do some more LSPDFR, but you know, as we talked about the other day, I'm just not feeling LSPDFR. Too much vulgarity and too much over the top in it. I was hoping that you could, you know, figure a way to play it and not be inundated constantly. You know, I was thinking, well, if I'm not doing the storyline, maybe I'm not going to be inundated constantly with the vulgarity and the abuse that's in it. But nope, it's all there. Every two people you drive by are there. So yeah, there's no way to escape it. I'm gonna have to weigh that because I know I have a lot of young viewers. So maybe we stick more with just the sim stuff. And I might play, you know, if y'all haven't seen it yet, Devil Dog did a video on Mech Warrior. And man, I've had that game since it first came out. Like 20 years ago, I think. It has to have been at least 20 years when that game first came out. I remember it came out on CD as Mech Warrior, and then the other disc that came with it was Tribes. Those were the two games that you could play. Tribes and Mech Warrior, and you had to beat the Omega at the end of it on Mech Warrior side. I loved that game, man. And so I guess yesterday or the day before, the game went public on Steam and is a free to play. And y'all should check that out. That's a cool game. I might start doing a little bit of gameplay on that. Just because I absolutely love that. But I did read some negative reviews about how bad the grind is. And that's the only thing. Part of me wants to go play that game because I absolutely loved it younger. And I think it would be cool to play. If it's the same as it was, you'd be able to set it up with joysticks and play it. And it'd be awesome. But at the same time, if the grind is ridiculous in it because it is free to play, it might not be as much fun. I love that game though when I was a kid. Some of y'all probably aren't even old enough to remember that game, so. But it is awesome. So I might start playing it a little bit. But I think the go-tos right now are going to be like Project Cars, Construction Sim, definitely Farm Sim, Euro Truck, The Hunter. I mean, that right there is a good stable of games in itself. But I still have a whole lot more that I can throw into the mix as well, with Arma and Dirt Rally. I've got the Crew. I haven't done any videos on the Crew. Honestly, I'm not that in love with that game. I got it, but I'm not loving it that much. So there's plenty to keep me busy and plenty to put up on the site. It's just finding the right games that you guys like As I did, I have built this, don't get me wrong, I know I built this channel off of Farm Sim for the most part. We did get a great spurt of followers off of LSPDFR, as well as, Fishing Planet generated a lot of interest in the channel as well. So I know those games brought a lot of people to the channel, but, it's always been about Farm Sim for the most part. And sim games are where my background is and what I really enjoy, and I've said that from the word go. I like sim games. So it will probably stay more of a sim channel than anything. Man, this mod's got so much power on it, and there is no wind up in the go on it. It's just, you're either going or you're not going with it. I want that to be an awesome mod, but I'm not real sure about it yet. Though I love the fact that there's an old international in here. Love me internationals. Alright. We are charged. We are switched back to AA. Let's go. Well, I hate to say it, but I think this whole video is going to be spraying field 1. Holy cow. Who knew it would take an hour to spray this field? Lot of spray, lot of fertilizer. Hey, so comments from this week. There was a couple of them just looking at over the weekend. I got one about Reaper and his mods. I get a lot of comments from people going back and they're just now watching really old videos. Like they're watching videos from February and commenting on them, and it's hard for me to remember what I even did in those videos. When you make your comments about a video, if you do make a comment about a video that's an older video, try referencing what you're talking about in the comment. So if you want me to answer a particular question, reference that, because it's hard for me to understand what you're talking about if you just say, where'd you get that trailer? What trailer? And do I have time to sit down and watch the video and figure out what trailer you're talking about? Not really. And if the video is 6 months old, I'm not going to remember what mods I was using in that particular video. So if you make a comment on there, be a little more descriptive about it, and maybe reference what you're talking about. That way I can understand what your comment is in reference to, and it'll help me answer those comments. But let's see, some of the comments, I got a reference about Reaper and his mod. Somebody had gone back and watched the comment where I said something about you can get Reaper's mods on his Facebook page. It's there. The person who said they couldn't find the banner or anything, it's the first post on his Facebook page. If you go to Reaper's mods, I guess is the name of it, something of that essence. If you do a search in Google for Reaper, it comes right up. But anyways, on his Facebook fan page for Reaper's mods, the very first post on there is a picture of a tractor, and it says Reaper's mods, and you click on the mod and it has basically a post each time he puts in a mod. It's in there and you click on it and download it. So that's where they're at. So the person who said it wasn't there, and either that or they're missing something, you're missing something, because it's right there. If it were a snake, it'd bit you. Either that or you're on the wrong Reaper page. And if there's another one, I didn't know about it. But yeah, I get all my Reaper mods by going there. And he'll usually have a link under each one of them. It's not completely obvious that that's what it is, but if you go in there and look, there's a download link on all of those mods, and that's where you get them from. Apparently he's working on a flail mower now. So that'll be interesting. Alright, switch to NPK. Charge. Hey, don't fold up. I said charge, don't fold up. We'll get her charged up. We'll switch back to the herbicide and spray her again. Just to think I've got to do this all over again for water. I might not record that one. That might be a live stream thing. Alright. Let's set that up. Hit it and go. But yeah. So Alex and I are probably going to sit down and do a multiplayer on City Economy tonight to explore City Economy now that they've fixed it. So we'll probably sit down tonight and do that. We were going to try to do it last night, and it didn't quite work out schedule-wise. But we'll try to get that done tonight, get that up for you guys to take a look at it. Though they put a patch out last week, I guess Friday is when I posted that City Economy video, and there was a patch on Friday, and when they patched it on Friday, man, things that they had fixed are horrible now. Like they had fixed it where the cars weren't nearly as aggressive and kamikaze, so they weren't slamming into me all the time, and I wasn't getting the ticket for the car slamming into me. That's back. I got on and played a little bit last night and got run into every 5 minutes, and kept getting ticket after ticket after ticket. I almost decided to see how many cars I could hit before I'd lose all my money. It was getting sort of frustrating. The deaf audio guy's been hard at work again, and all the sound effects have been turned back up in it. So it's just, I mean, literally within the first 5 minutes, I had to take my headphones off. It was so loud and so annoying. And if they don't get that fixed, the game's done. They got to get that fixed. What else? Oh, I bought the lawnmower and tried to use it. If they don't fix the controller support for all the vehicles either, the game's not going real far, because you got to use like 8 buttons. I'm going to get in there and play it and record it as single player. You got to use like 8 buttons to manipulate the mower function of that thing. It's just ridiculous how bad that one is. So again, I see the potential in that game. When I do play it and it's right, I have fun with it. I mean, I do have fun, but it's the little stupid stuff like that that drives me crazy. And I could see where if they have full controller support like Construction Sim has, I can see where that game would be a lot of fun. I wish Astragon could put the guys that develop City Economy together with the guys that develop Construction Sim and say, see how good they did it over here, can't you guys implement that in there? Because what the guys have done with the control implementation in Construction Sim is awesome, and it's a shame you can't get that same amount of control built into this City Economy. All right. if you didn't have to refuel refill every time on this, it'd be a lot better. See, this is why I was thinking going east to west might be better than north south. You might be able to put one, but you have no headland at all on the east-west side of it. So there'd be nowhere to recharge, refill at. You'd have to sacrifice part of the field for that. But in the time it takes to pack and unpack the arms every time, I can get over here, reposition. Oh, that was close. All right. Reset. Charge. And we got one more pass after this and we'll have it done. So there was other things I was hoping to do today, but not going to get to it. We'll get to it in the next one. We need to haul a load of manure over to the, we need to haul several loads of manure over to the beef farm to relieve the stress over at the dairy farm. I need to set that to AA. I need to tend to all the greenhouses over there. I think the lettuce facility is probably out of water by now. And then we do need to go sell off some fruit because I noticed that the warehouses are getting quite full on lettuce and oranges, so it is probably time to make a run. So those things will need to be made in the upcoming videos this week. So those are some of the things we'll be working on. What else? And then of course next day cycle we start harvesting over on fields 4, 6, 7, and 20. Gonna be a busy week. What else comment wise? That's about it. I mean, really, most of the comments have been on a lot of older videos, and I've been getting a lot of just good video, thanks kind of stuff. Getting a lot of highs, first and seconds on the comments, and then I get the occasional can't get Manchester to load video. Here's one. I did get a comment yesterday, I think, about Wind Chaser. A gentleman wrote that he had installed Wind Chaser and couldn't get it to work. Sorry about that. That's what happens when you try to load an illegitimate map. That's not a legit map. The only public copy of Wind Chaser that is out there is a stolen copy of a map that was incomplete in the first place and full of errors. And yeah, I mean, if you're just looking to try and play Joe's map and that's what you want, good luck with it. But I'll say this. I'm not going to give any support at all for a map that's stolen, you know. That's just my feelings on it. I don't necessarily agree with everything that goes on. I think I have my opinions on how things are done as far as Wind Chaser and the fact that that map's been touted and flaunted out in front of everybody but won't be released and all that other stuff. And I might not agree with that, but at the same time, it's dude's map, and you know, I got major respect to anybody who can make a really cool map and make really cool mods. I do have respect for that because that's their skill, and so when somebody steals something from them, I'm not going to support that, you know. Might not agree with you make a ton of mods and you sit there and make videos on them and showcase them to everybody, but don't share them when clearly, yeah, that's a whole nother road to go down. But yeah, but I'm not going to support anybody that puts a map, that wants help on a map that's clearly stolen from somebody. So, but that's just my opinion on it. So yeah, my advice, if you're having problems with Winchester, find another map. And I can't help you. Because there's probably a lot of issues. I forget who it was that sent me a message one day, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, there's a soul mod version of Wind Chaser out." And I'm like, well, if there's number one, if there's a version of Wind Chaser out there, it's not legit. And you know, chances are it's probably that same stolen map, and somebody's just gone and added the soul mod to, and it's probably broken as broken could be. Sure enough, it was. Oh, I forgot we never did seed that one little area over there. I was supposed to come back in with a 6-meter seeder and seed that, and I never did. Failure. Oh well, it's too late at this point. Note to self, take better notes. Too much going on, I let things slide between the cracks on stuff like that. Oh well. We'll make it happen in the next round. Again, new field, new experiences, gotta learn. Though it is good to see that we can spray it pretty much evenly. That's good to know. We don't have to have some like little 6-inch swath at the very end to figure out how to spray. The spacing on it's pretty good for this sprayer, so. Yeah, I'm liking that. Alright, so next episode, it's going to be 7:41 in the morning, or basically 8 o'clock in the morning. Next episode, we'll probably haul some manure around. We'll work on the greenhouses, and we'll see how far we get with that. Maybe we'll haul some fruit around and sell it, and that will get us covered for Tuesday. Live stream on Wednesday will probably include me spraying this field with water, and a few other things, and that should get us towards the harvest time and ready to go there. So that's what's ahead on the program. Looking forward to get some harvesting going and start reaping the rewards of the work that we've done over the last couple of weeks. Harvest time goes so quick though. Of course, we're going to be harvesting corn, and we're going to be putting that in the BGA to recoup all the funds that we spent on this field. And at some point this week, there will be some additions made to the farm as far as shelter goes. And that will do her. Nice. Alright, I'm not going to bother going and putting this up because we're going to be right back doing this again within the next couple hours. So this is going to sit here in the field right next to our little tractor and fertilized tanker. And we'll do it again tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video today. I know it's spraying, but it's something that you got to do with the soul mod. Man, that is a big field. That's a big field. Phew, man. Alright, I will see you guys back tomorrow. Thanks for watching. As always, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. I do new videos each day, pretty much. And, of course, that way you'll know when they come out. You'll get a notification for it. Don't forget to subscribe over on the gaming.youtube.com as well. And, of course, like the video if you enjoyed it. Until tomorrow, stay safe. Have a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.